Hello and welcome to Book Rants. This is the fourth one. I did the other three back to back. I'm only doing one today. I just found myself with 10 minutes to kill before I get ready for work. I picked a lot of these up. First one's up off Matt Davies, especially Last Action Hero that decided to fall to bits in my hands. Hopefully this one won't, Matthew. But yeah, I love the idea of rants. There's a lot of random books I want to do these for. Again, just making extra content for the channel. And this one is for Batman Forever. Now, I was over the moon when this first got announced. I wanted to go and see it. I even took a day off school to go and see it. I was just, the hype was immense. And like Batman and Batman Returns were massive when I was young. I always remember Batman Returns, feeling the fucking burn of winter, burn of the snow. Not the heat of the snow, the burn of the snow. Mainly because it was Christmas advertised. And there was a couple of years before this one came out, recasting of Batman as Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer obviously popular for stuff like Hot Shots, Top Gun. Also, the downfall of Val Kilmer as well, because he did The Island with Dr. Monroe the same year, and he sort of peaked that he was Batman. Corey Haim was pretty much off at the role as Joel Schumacher came in to direct the movie away from Tim Burton, and he wanted to cast one of the Coreys. I don't think Corey Feldman was available, and Corey Haim pretty much mucked up his audition. He just came in for a reading with George Clooney. Apparently, if you read Corey Haim's autobiography, it's Val Kilmer. He wrote Licensed Dreamer. Nicole Kidman comes in as well. She was a babe back then. Tommy Lee Jones recast. The original guy was black. He's now white. You know, sort of. Tommy Lee Jones as well. He had, a fugitive Academy Award. Under Siege Baddie. He was, he'd been around for years. He had peaked as well. And then Jim Carrey. I think Jim Carrey was the massive selling point of this movie. Red-headed Riddler. Jim Carrey had also been around for years, but at that time it popped with Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber, all predecessing this on the big budget. So this was just like, it was going to make money either way. U2 did the song. I hate U2. And on the back there we've got Val Kilmer. We have got slightly bat nipples on this. Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones, and Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell, like someone said, he doesn't make anything anymore. He's been in NCSI Los Angeles since 2010, because I remember seeing the first episode of that on the way to New Zealand. He's doing well for himself. So inside, there's a picture. Val Kilmer, to me, never really pulled it off of Batman. He looks generally either scared or needs a poo. So that's how this opens up. Yeah, I think look at that neck thing. How are you supposed to fight crime with that? It's like your head stuck on a torpedo. So opening up, that is quite a blurry picture. I was hearing some creaking there, so got Batman and Robin in the cave there. So inside, acknowledgements in the introductions, so that's quite some nice artwork. I do like what Joel Schumacher did bring into the two Batmans he did, was that neon colour. Corey Haim does appear in Batman and Robin as one of the gang members, which I never knew, and I'm quite a big fan of the Coreys, and he's just hanging around on set probably, but yeah. Bob Kane, the creator of Batman. Introduction to Bob Kane, as he wrote the foreword for this? Yeah, Bob Kane. Introduction by Bob Kane. Yeah. Next up, we've got A New Day for the Dark Knight. There's Joel Schumacher up on the left there, and we've got obviously the bat symbol flying out there as well. So what we've got here. Looks like music, direction, Schumacher's style. Schumacher, he definitely went overboard with Batman and Robin, but I think Tim Burton still had a bit of a leash. It's got a lot of writing in for the book. It's going to have a flashback to some of the original comics and pretty much just the origin of Two-Face and the Riddler. I think the Riddler was the obvious choice. And for years they tried to do the fifth one, the Scarecrow, I think with Jeff Goldblum. Look at what we've got now though. Pre-production, some of the sets were absolutely huge in this. August 1994. So they had some really big sets, large sets, colourful sets. Riddler Island. Bat wants to play, we'll play kind of stuff. A lot of trailer adverts cut out of it. So we've got the party, Batman fighting out. I think Tommy Lee Jones did it well. Drew Barrymore's in this as well. You know, there's a lot of big supporting cast in this. Chris O'Donnell there. These are some really quite poor pictures. I love the contrasted colours, but the quality of the picture is terrible. I love that contrasted colour. Robert in green, Chris O'Donnell. The Batmobile. I did not like the Batmobile. There was nothing wrong with the Batmobile. But everyone's got to put their own twist on it. Riddler there as well. So, the cast, what's new in Gotham? Again, that is a picture of Tommy Lee Jones, obviously, opening up the circus. I don't rate that as a picture. It's very loud and colourful. Val Kilmer is Batman, so we've always briefly talked about this. Val Kilmer steps in for one and only role. If you haven't seen the documentary about the Island of Souls, the Doom Journey of Richard Stanley, it's amazing. And Val Kilmer, just, you kind of don't like Val Kilmer after that documentary. So it just goes into him. Val Kilmer. The Commissioner was back as well. But Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Faced. The makeup was class in it, I think. You know, again, it's kind of like the double baddies. Could the Batman Forever just be one baddie? Maybe, because like that seemed to be the formula. Wasn't one focus on one story. We didn't get an origin story with Two-Face. Like, he's the guy who gets acid chucked in his face on the television in the background. And as a kid, you don't realise, obviously, he's the guy, you know, familiar with the comic, he's the guy from, like, he turns on the Christmas lights. And, you know, he's in the other two Batmans. He's in Star Wars as well. I've actually seen Star Wars now, so get off the hate with that. But, the Riddler got more of an origin story. Two-Face just turned up and caused havoc. It's same with Dr. Freeze. So the combo, her name, Debbie Mayers, she was the other one. So the idea that the Riddler's going to steal everyone's memories, I mean, Jim Carrey definitely tuned into the comical Batmans from the 60s and all that, which started a really, like, I mean, Tim Burton's Batman Returns as a dark movie, but again, that's what we were going for. So there's Jim Carrey. Had multiple looks throughout the film. Definitely went wild. Was realistic there, especially the end where he thinks he's Batman and the hair goes up and the whites. And that's, again, it's just creating like how big he was, Nicole Kidman, it being popular. But again, yeah, think about it, she was married to Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer, Batman. Ooh, I didn't see that one until right now. Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Robin was originally meant to be in the original movie, and it was meant to be Marlon Wayans, but like Marlon Wayans didn't really appear in anything till More Money. I know he popped up and I'm going to get you suckers, so I'm trying to work out the timeline of that. But apparently Marlon Wayans still gets a paycheck. I'm just listening to what I've listened to the commentaries. I might need a haircut. So yeah, Alfred Michael Grosso, who's been in a lot of Tim Burton's movies. Pat Hagel is Commissioner Gordon. So we got Drew Barrymore Sugar, Debbie Meza, who was obviously the baddie who from Beethoven 2. She's been in a lot of other stuff. The Shoot of the Magic. I have no idea what I'm about to read. That's what book rants are mainly. I mean, unless I pull out the old Pink Panther book or something like that, which I've probably read a million times as a kid. That's the production team. He looks like he's an extra from Tombstone. Tim Burton. Yeah, a bit about Tim Burton as the producer. My neighbours have been praying for the wolf the last couple of days. And if you think, why my eyes look so tired, I got dressed as a genie over the weekend and I kind of had a bit of reaction to my eyes, especially that one. Look, yeah. Exactly. Above Elliot Goldenheim. Good question mark above his head. Strange and beautiful, yeah. That's one of the things I love about the film. The glow in the dark people, great costumes. The costumes appeared back in Batman and Robin. There we go. The stunning stunts. It's definitely the one where it goes up the wall. So it's got some really nice matte paintings there. That's a pretty cool picture, that one. I actually like that. I don't know if they're trying to chisel through the wall. But yeah, some really, really nice artwork. The Riddlers. You hear them? Bang, 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 bang. I don't know what they've been doing. They've been doing it for days. Wayne Manor. Some big sets, like big sets. Two-Face lair. They did the whole. Was it the same year or was it 95? I think they're both the same 95. So there's a movie called Last Resort with the two choruses in, where they split the room down the middle, different colours either sides. Normally a boy or a girl. Hiya, Dave Hearn. But they normally do Dave Hornsby. They did it for Two-Face. There's a good girlfriend and bad girlfriend. Totally mental. How they changed the island. Is it Alcatraz, was it? So it's there. Extremely shifted space, the basement. So there's pictures there of what was Riddler Island, and it generally looks like it is Alcatraz. Above the computer graphics of the artist may convert the photograph of Alcatraz, which is in San Francisco skyline background, Claw Island of Gotham City. So yeah, Riddler's Island is Alcatraz. That's a very day. My knowledge there of Alcatraz. So yeah, that's the house, the bank, the streets, the alley. It's not a very interesting book, this one, really. I mean, there's a lot going on. You're still Tom Cruise's wife. Okay. Building the better Batman. It's probably about the suit. I still think Michael Keaton owned it. Concept art for the Riddler and Two-Face. Not much left. Jim Carrey looking creepy as shit. An idea what Robin was going to look like. Obviously, we were expecting red and yellow, weren't we? But we didn't get it. Outright there. The fucking crazy UV voodoo people. Very, very special effects. Wow, they named that one very good, didn't they? Okay, very dark book. Print's alright. I'm sure I had the original Batman book, you know. I mean, it may be long gone now, but I'm sure I had a book just about Batman. So we could have another Batman. Another scene that was built for the movie. Val Kilmer in the massive bat. Where was that? That was another scene cut from the movie. More skylines in computer animation. Obviously they were extending a lot of stuff, not with matte paintings anymore, but they were doing a lot of stuff with CGI. This is, again, we're talking Zilla, we're talking Independence Day, we're talking massive scale miniature models, which I think still works. I mean, I would, if I got a movie, I would be like, yeah, can we not do Newcastle as a scale? Yeah, why do you want, just, can we not have to do it in the computer? Can someone just build it, you know? It's like, why? Nothing. Can I have some extra money for making this movie? Why? Yeah, you know, just as an okay. Why have you bought a massive Godzilla suit off eBay? No reason why. Just fucking run through the fucking, like, the model after it was made and the film was done. That's what I would do. Anyway, back off that land. Ooh, so different ideas for the Batmobile. That looks backwards. You know, making of the Batmobile, making of the Bat Sub and the Batboat. Again, I think it loses shit when you watch the original Batman and it goes up to the moon, you know, with a bat thing, and then obviously you bring it back and you think, what the fuck was the one? The second, was that a submarine or was that a Batboat? Was that specifically signed for going around the sewers? No idea. Batarangs, bat gadgets, some of the throwback to old school. I suppose Robin does look a bit red and yellow there. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. The magic box tricks, the riddles, and that's it. A bit about the author there, and that's it. So this book was $5.99. Approximately 24-year-old now. So yeah, it's terrifying. But yeah, as I say, it was pretty much a downfall. They made enough money. They did a sequel with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Uma Thurman. Again, the cast was massive, and George Clooney. So Batman was always on there rather than, you know, what they did with Nolan when he brought it right down to where we wanted it for. But again, Tim Burton, to me personally, set the bar. And then Joel Schumacher, who's obviously the director of Lost Boys, came and put this bit of a twing on it. And it made its money. It was what it was. But then after Batman and Robin, it was to say, well, you know, Robin just flew through the door and there's an outline of Robin, and you think, what the fuck? So we had a break, and then we went back to what Tim Burton had done. So yeah, there's a lot. I mean, Batman, as much as Adam West, you know, running around in spandex was funny and good for the time, these stories are why people like a vigilante. It's quite dark. So I think that'll be it. I'll do an outtake of probably what's next, and I'll see you next time for Book Rants. Oh my god, I didn't even know I had that. So the next one's going to be Starship Troopers. I didn't even know I had that. I didn't even know I had Lost World. I thought the next one was going to be the Turtles, and then it's a story time with E.T., and then there could be He-Man books. So yeah, as I say, these are just throwaway videos. They normally come out right bang next to an important video, and people are like, "Oh, I'll subscribe to your channel. You've just released a nice little video of like a band I like, or a nice video," and then all of a sudden he's talking shit about books. But it's the lonely tree. The reason why it's a tree, because the tree has loads of branches, loads of content. So yeah, check out the channel. Make sure you check out all the videos on the channel, because there's a lot of content back in the day where I put a little bit extra. Say for example, if you look at the origins of Book Rants, there's definitely been one for like the stuff like the Thing book, and I think I did one for King Kong, and sometimes the books would actually be down the side, or took the effort. I'm talking about that in the page, and rather than just doing that, I'll be in the top corner. There's nothing in the top corner right now because I'm lazy and gotta go to work. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now, the end is here.